When I first stepped onto the Brown campus, I remember feeling a sense of completeness, like, this is the place that I've been looking for. And the campus was at once big enough for all the incredible things that I was going to learn, and also incredibly intimate. The sense of community, as any Brown graduate can tell you, is really pronounced. I feel like I was one of the main beneficiaries of Brown being so focused on diversity and in the most authentic way possible, which isn't to say not sort of quotas and, dictates, but how do we build a university that is as multifaceted as the world is? And here they brought me someone whose mother is Burmese and father is Irish Catholic from Iowa, who went to a public school, to this incredible Ivy League campus. There was an incredibly strong African-American student union, student groups. There were incredibly strong Asian and Pacific American student groups. I was privileged to be a part of some of those. There was a very, powerful Hispanic voice on campus. But that I think is just scratching the surface of Brown diversity. It's not just about sort of the skin color. It's about people from completely different ideologies coming together. It's from different socioeconomic brackets coming together. It's about the true meaning of diversity. At Brown, everything was open to interpretation and exploration, and that is a huge part of the notion of diversity, I think. As a country and as a society, we are afraid to talk about race. We are generally averse to discussing slavery or trying to understand the legacy of slavery in a meaningful way. And for an institution like Brown to look so clearly and with such an unflinching eye towards the issue of slavery, its relationship to slavery, its history there, questions of race, it reinforced everything that makes me love Brown. I cannot tell you how meaningful that is as a Brown University graduate. I think Brown students are so darn happy because they're given a huge amount of freedom. When people are given the resources, the chance, when there is a sense of community, there is a support structure that undergirds their studies, that undergirds their social activities, when they feel like they are in a loving, caring, interesting, dynamic environment, how could you not be happy, right? The Brown students are happy to be at Brown. A huge part of Brown is coloring outside the lines. There is creativity in everything that's done. And that, includes when I was in my sophomore year, we decided to start our own little off-campus food co-op. There is a sense that if you build it, they will come. Intellectual honesty and true learning results in a character where you don't take yourself that seriously because you are aware of the ideas and the people in the globe that are much bigger than you. And you fundamentally respect and understand those concepts in a way that sort of gives you a little bit of freedom to be irreverent. I think that's truly the great mind that doesn't take itself so seriously. I was part of the sketch comedy group. I was on the school newspaper. I worked at the Ratty. I was all about school spirit, which of course at Brown, the great thing about Brown is even school spirit is up for debate, right? But I loved the traditions of Brown. The campus dance still, I would stay for graduation, junior year, sophomore year, just to be part of this incredible convocation. And the sense that, every class, I was sad to see every class above me graduate because, there is so much commingling. There is so much, the student body is so tightly knit that it wasn't losing friends, but they were moving on, and it was sad. And I love that about Brown, the sense of unity among friends. Working on the student newspaper, The Weekly, The Independent, was pivotal just in terms of the way in which we covered stories, the way we thought about things, and also, perhaps more than any class, the conversations that I had with my friends who were learning different things in different classes, but we would all come together and have discussions about politics or art or media, and they were really challenging conversations, and they were challenging in the best way, which was that you could discuss your opinion and at the same time listen to others and really be influenced by what they had learned and what they had thought. The quintessential Brown experience is sitting on the steps of the main green. And I remember my friends would gather in one particular area of the steps, and other friends would gather in other areas. But we would see each other from across the green, and inevitably everybody would be drawn to the steps. And it was like every day, the end of some sort of halcyon after school special where everyone meets with their backpacks and has a sandwich and some great conversation about this professor that they'd just spoken to. And literally it was sort of this architect's dream of what student life will be like for students come true. I mean, it was this beautiful, incredibly almost bucolic experience, but totally authentic and natural. And we just gathered together, and that group of friends is still the group of friends that I have now.